Concrete5 keeps track of a lot of statistic data as visitors navigate through your site. It knows who's visiting which page, when. There's a whole bunch of information that's being stored in the database, and we use that in the default core just to throw back this simple chart that shows how many visits are happening in a day. Now, if you've got a really active site, you might end up turning this chart off. This chart takes a while to compute. And you might want to have a little bit more detailed statistic reporting. Well, there's an add-on in our marketplace, the Traffic and Statistics add-on by Tony, and it's an add-on that will give you a whole bunch of more information. You can configure out what it displays. It'll give you a nice map, even shows you kind of how things are going over time and popular paths through the site. Gives you a fair amount of data that you can't really get any other way. That being said, the industry standard for this stuff tends to be Google Analytics. A lot of people will compare their Google Analytics traffic data, and often you just want to install Google Analytics so you can kind of compare apples to apples. We use it on our own site. Google Analytics is pretty simple to set up. You go to google.com/analytics and sign up for all their stuff and accept all their user agreements, and eventually you'll get to a page that looks something like this, where there is what is called an embed tag that needs to go in every page. This is a bunch of JavaScript, and all you have to do is select it, hit copy, and go to your website. And here in the dashboard, we'll find site-wide settings, and you can see there is a tracking code box. Well, we'll just paste that in here. And you can paste any tracking code in here. It doesn't have to be Google. It could be any service that gives you some code it wants pasted on every page. Anything that you put in here will show up on every page in your site. We'll hit save. And it tells us that it's saved the tracking code. And now when I visit the website and look at any of these pages, if I scroll down to the bottom of the page, you can see there's the tracking code. As long as you're using a theme from our marketplace or a theme that has had the standard footer elements included, this should always show up.